Henry was interested in business and William in pharmacy. This second generation joined the firm after graduation. In 1883, his partner William Schmidt had retired to Germany, and Fritz decided to start anew by forming the F. Dohmen Company Limited. It was a turning point for him, as well as the company. The F. Dohmen Company expanded again in 1884 with a third building at 271 East Water Street. Peter's son, F. William Dohmen, joined the firm. At the same time, the University of Wisconsin opened its School of Pharmacy, demonstrating a growing commitment to pharmacy professionalism. After the Civil War was over, it was a boom time for American business. With a railroad network of 5,000 miles in Wisconsin alone, the wholesale business expanded to Michigan, Minnesota, and the Dakotas. The company had traveling salesmen taking orders and collecting bills. Helping too were new technologies that the company adopted very quickly: the typewriter, electric lighting, and they had the very first business telephones in the city. By June 1892, with the business flourishing and the sons well in charge, Frederick and Josephine returned to Dohren. They stayed for 3 months. While they were away, disaster struck again on October 28, 1892. A neighboring business, the Union Oil Company, had a fire that consumed the Milwaukee business district, including the F. Dohmen Company. Fortunately, Frederick had insured his business, and he had a fireproof safe, so all the company records were saved. Insurance adjusters swarmed over the area to determine their losses. Dealing with unscrupulous insurance scoundrels, a 6-year saga of lawsuits ensued, fighting for the Dohmen family reputation and the company's financial survival. In the end, Frederick won all the lawsuits and was paid by the insurance companies at last. But the 6 years fighting the court cases had a physical toll on him, and in December 1898, he died of a heart attack at age 66. Adding to the family tragedy, Josephine died only 3 days later. The gay 90s had been tough for the Dohmen family, but William and Henry were well trained. They faced a depression in 1893, and while there was a substantial decrease in sales, they still managed to survive. They called a meeting of the board of directors. The chemist, William, 34, was elected president. Henry, 36, was more suited to marketing, sales, and operations. They took the reins, and with 6 salesmen, began to rebuild the business. By 1900, the company was servicing over 800 accounts. Their business expanded with the introduction of products from drug manufacturers with names like Eli Lilly, Parke-Davis, Merck, Upjohn, and others. They enjoyed new heights of growth and profitability, but slimmer profit margins on all drug sales meant that both retailers and wholesalers had to continually diversify their stock offerings. The latest drugs, sterilizing supplies, surgical instruments, and hospital equipment were added to inventory. As prices for drugs continued to decline, the company offered new profit centers to their retailers: magazines, cigars and cigarettes, pipes and tobacco too. Then a breakthrough came for these stores: the soda fountain craze. In addition to Coca-Cola and Hires root beer, they had carbonated water in a variety of flavors. It became very popular to stop by the local drugstore soda fountain for a drink and visit every day. In 1910, ice cream was added, and soon stores had 25% of their floor space in soda fountains and stools. Then they added wrought iron tables and chairs amid lavish Victorian decorations. Dohmen stocked all these items in their warehouse.